Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Right, so we finally do have details about Season 10 in Battlegrounds, and there will be some changes not only to matchmaking but also to victory track. So obviously, as we know, Season 10 is also going to be the qualifiers for Battle Realm Brawl, but I imagine majority of the people are not really interested in that. But Battlegrounds seeding is going to be introduced here. Seeding is a new system added to the Battlegrounds that allows summoners to start their season partway up the victory track. It will be introduced in Season 10, and the summoners will have their first seeded season starting in Season 11. This means that whatever rank you ended up in Season 10, it's going to have effect on where you start in Season 11. Season 10, we will all still start at the bottom. How does it work? Each season, summoners will be demoted 6 ranks from where they ended the last season. The only exception to this is summoners that cannot be seeded higher than Plat 1. That means summoners at the top of Vibranium as well as the Gladiator Circuit will be seeded in Plat 1. So if you get to Gladiator Circuit regularly, then most of your victory tracks will start from Plat 1. What does it look like? A summoner ending the season in Plat 1 will be seeded into Silver 1. Summoner ending season in Gold 1 will be seeded in Bronze 1. A summoner ending season in Gladiator Circuit will be seeded into Plat 1. How do rewards work? Once Season 11 rolls around, summoners will be starting partway up the victory track in order to make sure they do not miss the rewards for the ranks they're seeded above. Summoners will get all the rewards below where you were seeded after playing 5 matches during that season. That means if you're seeded in Plat 1, you will only need to play 5 matches to get all the rewards from Bronze 3 to Plat 2. And they'll be sent to you automatically, allegedly. With all these changes, we're going to be keeping a very close eye on how this affects matchmaking, season fatigue, and number of summoners that make it into the Gladiator Circuit. Expect more consistent updates each season after we have had some time to digest what the new landscape of Battlegrounds looks like. And we have victory track updates as well. Season 10 is adding 3 new ranks to the victory track. With the introduction of seeding, we wanted to extend the victory track as summoners will no longer have to progress through all of it. And the new ranks are going to be Diamond 4 and Vibranium 3 and Vibranium 2. Which I don't mind, because I think that ultimately means more rewards, doesn't it? Because, yeah, there's going to be 6 relic shards, so I'm actually quite happy with it, because, yeah, it just means that we are actually going to end up getting more Battlegrounds, more trophy tokens, more, relic shards. I'm okay with that. I don't mind. And, yeah, we're not going to be playing through all of the victory track anyway, so I don't think it's going to have that much effect on the duration of the victory track. We're also making some changes to the number of medals required to progress through the early stages of victory track. As we add seeding, summoners will continue to race through the victory track at faster than ever paces, and we want to make sure that it is still an integral part of Battlegrounds experience. Bronze medals required goes from 2 to 3, and silver medals required goes from 3 to 4. Which, fine. Now, the biggest problem with matchmaking, and I already know that this is going to cause a lot of conversation. I'm going to keep my own kind of personal opinion away from it, because as I have been saying for much of the past videos surrounding Battlegrounds matchmaking, that thing doesn't really affect me at all on a personal level. And because of it, people use that often to just discount my opinion as such. Because Kabam can make matchmaking whichever way they want. On a personal level, I'll always get to the Gladiator Circuit anyways, and regardless of how matchmaking works exactly in most places, I still end up playing exactly the same people every season as I'm climbing victory track and in the Gladiator Circuit. So in Season 10, we're making some matchmaking changes. Our intent is to make matchmaking less focused on account power in earlier ranks of victory track. Over the past number of seasons, we have been lowering we have been lowering how much account power plays into the matchmaking in the early ranks of the victory track. We have been making these changes because we noticed a high number of summoners with weaker account power having a much easier time getting to the upper ranks of Gladiator Circuit due to them only matching up with accounts of similar power. This means that often it is easier to have a fresh uncollected account with a Paragon experienced summoners cruising through the victory track. We feel that this is pretty unreasonable and that it's heavily skewing the matchmaking and Battlegrounds experience for summoners of both high and low account powers. What does it mean? It means that there will be bigger mismatches early on in victory track, which is what they talk here. The change we have made to this point already has seen some great results. Inevitably, it will lead to some uneven matches where massive accounts punch down against newer folks. It is unfortunate, but this change will allow those accounts to climb faster than others, allowing them to progress out of lower level matchmaking pools sooner. With seeding being introduced, these accounts should be moving to higher ranks even faster, and each season we will see fewer and fewer matches with large disparity of account power. We're going to continue monitoring this and ensure that Battlegrounds feels fair for summoners of all skill levels. And the biggest problem with this is the point farming. If somebody's point farming, then they're not moving up the tiers as they should, and that just means that more unsuspected, low-level accounts are going to get smacked. The introduction of seeding is going to shake up what rank summoners start each season at and spend most of their time in, so this will be the last matchmaking change for a few seasons to let us collect data on how it changes the landscape of victory track. So this is going to be a very big point of conversation, I believe, because without a doubt, change that they are making here benefits more bigger accounts, and that obviously means that it sucks for smaller accounts. And we have already had a lot of conversations surrounding Battlegrounds matchmaking. And I don't know what to say. I don't think at any point Kabam will be able to strike kind of like a perfect solution. Personally, I thought the system where small accounts get to the middle of victory track relatively easily and then get released to kind of roam for themselves was a relatively decent compromise. Again, I think a lot of this thing is also affected by quote unquote the point farmers in the middle upper levels of victory track, which Kabam should do something about. But this change definitely isn't going to please a lot of people. And it's kind of risky what they're doing, I think. Because, yeah, there are some people that have small accounts as their alts, and then, they cruise through early level of Battlegrounds, but how widespread is it? What would be the main question for me, I suppose. Let me know what you guys think about the change to matchmaking, making it less roster-based at the lower levels of Battlegrounds. Okay, so season length is going to be extended by 5 hours. Why? I don't know. I actually really don't like that, because that means that it will end at like midnight or close to midnight my time. And yeah, I don't like that change. This is only planned for season 10, as we want to make sure we have ample time to fully wet the leaderboards for Battlegrounds Realm Brawl qualifiers. I don't quite understand what that time change has to do with wetting the leaderboards, but okay, whatever. And the metas we already know. We have Hard Knock Life and Ebb and Flow Knockdown as victory track meta. Then we have Hard Knock Life, Ebb and Flow Knockdown, and Evasive Maneuvers for the first 2 weeks. And then we have Crit Me With Your Best Shot and Critical Interruption for weeks 3 and 4. So I will be making video of, my predictions and MVPs for victory track, and then I will be making video later on for Crit Me With Your Best Shot as well when it gets closer to that. But overall, that is the information about season 10. No updates on, I suppose, rank rewards or anything else. Overall, there is still a reward increase. Quite important to remember that We do get more trophy tokens, more 6-star relic shards, more 5-star relic shards, because of the added tiers, which I'm quite happy about that. I'm not gonna lie. That's like 11, nearly 15k extra trophy tokens in victory track. Yeah, I don't think it's too bad. But let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for Battlegrounds Season 10? I can't wait for Battlegrounds to come back, man. The game is so empty and quiet without it. See you soon, guys. Bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about